You know, trolls and haters, and anybody else that happens to be listening, but the trolls and haters in particular, you know, there is days that I wish I just wake up and this whole thing had been a bad dream. I just wake up and it's 2006 and I'm living in the old Sester place, and the frosts haven't come down to Kentucky yet. They're still in Ohio. My parents are both alive, and I don't think they're even divorced yet because, hey, the frosts haven't come down to Kentucky yet. Who do you think got my parents divorced? Yeah, that was James Arnold Frost did that shit, starting a bunch of rumors. But anyways, so, but yeah, 2006, I wake up in my bed there in the old Sester place, and I just, I get on my computer and I go back to doing my I Was Right videos and talking about politics and talking about the news and talking about the weather, and life goes on as if nothing had ever happened. All of this sordid mess with the trolls never happened, and it wouldn't happen because once it's reset in such a way to where the trolls would never be able to do what they did. You get me? They wouldn't be able to manipulate Crane Creek. They wouldn't be able to manipulate, or not Crane Creek. They wouldn't be able to manipulate Clay County. They wouldn't be able to manipulate the frosts. They wouldn't be able to manipulate anything or anyone. Not CPS or anything. Of course, I don't know if we go all the way back to 2006, would I even meet Andrea? Good question. Maybe not. You never know. Of course, once everything is reset, it doesn't matter, I guess. Because they're going to set it up to where the trolls can't do what they did ever again to anyone, not just me, to anyone. Destroying a whole man's family and his finances, yeah, that cannot be allowed to happen ever again. It cannot. And, I would think that they would do everything in their power to make sure that it never, ever happens again. But, there's times when I'll sit there and I'll think, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to be right there on Crane Creek Road in the old Sester place. Mom and Dad's going to still be alive. They're not even going to be divorced. With me being in the old Sester place, Mom didn't even have the double wide yet. So they're in the single wide. Mom and Dad both are in the single wide. And she didn't have the double wide, which means I get a chance to talk her out of it. She paid triple price for that double wide, and me sitting there saying, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're paying triple price for the damn thing. And her excuse to me, well, I got what I paid for. Yeah, but you could have bought me and Dad a double wide too. You could have bought all three of us a double wide for what you paid for that double wide. What the hell you doing, man? But, oh well, whatever. But yeah, there is days when I wish I woke up and I'm still at the old Sester house, and I still got my cat Garfield, and let's see, Smokey the Ninja Cat. Let's see, I don't know if he come by later or if he was first. I can't remember. Anyway, I think Smokey the Ninja Cat was actually first, but I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, and I just, my first video on YouTube, hello world, and I do think about that. That would be so bizarre that I wake up in the old Sester house and none of this shit has happened, not any of it. I think, wow, that would be crazy. That would really be crazy. And I get it, I get a second chance to make things right too. That's the thing. That's the big thing. But I feel confident that if they was to do a big reset, that the trolls would not be allowed to do what they've done. They just wouldn't be allowed to do it. And I would retain the knowledge that I have now, so that when they did it, or if they did do it, I could counter it. Which that would be a good thing, obviously. But I just, I do think what it would be like if I suddenly woke up and I'm still at the old Sester place and I'm still on my old computer. Talking about conspiracy theories. I do think about that. Maybe that's what the gods and goddesses mean. I don't know. They said that everything would be restored, and my understanding was that it would be restored to before the trolls got involved. Now, that may be me adding that in honesty, but you never know. You never know. It may not be. But for sure they're going to restore everything because they said so. But I don't know what that all means. I wished I did, but I don't know what that means. But in any event, I just, thought I'd bend a little bit. Because, these trolls cannot be allowed to ever do this to anyone else's family ever again. Something has to be done to prevent them from doing so. Obviously, if you stop them from doing it to begin with, they will never know that they have the ability to do it, and therefore will never do it. So that's one way, that's one way of doing it. But I don't know. I just, I sit there and wonder. I wonder why she went away, and I wonder where she will stay. My little runaway, run away. Anyway, but yeah, I was just sitting there thinking about that. What it would be like to wake up and I'm still at the Sester place. It's 2006. I just joined YouTube. I just joined Facebook, MySpace. Did I join Twitter yet? No, I think Twitter was later. But MySpace was big back then. And, Vaughn, you got to get on MySpace. Yeah, okay. Of course, now MySpace is nothing but music industry stuff. So, but, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Are they gonna do a reverse time? And can they do a reverse time? Well, theoretically, they can do a reverse time. Theoretically. The question is, will they do that? And the answer is, I don't know. I have no idea. Not a clue. Not a clue. That'd be interesting to see how that all pans out. Because obviously, if it's 2006 again, I can do everything over again. And this time, do it right. Not fuck it all up with my naivete. My problem is I'm too damn naive. Too damn gullible, too damn naive. I try to be nice because I used to not be nice. So I overcompensate and try to be nice, and I get taken advantage of as a result. And I gotta guard against that. All right, anyway, just thought I'd ramble. Peace out.